my name is Mariah. I'm 26 years old. I got into tarot last year. Now, let me give you a little background. And I know we kind of talked a little bit, but I come from a Baptist background. I grew up in the church. I was a praise dancer. Father was a deacon. You know, both of my parents, actually, before they got into the church, they both were drug addicts. So they met in an AA meeting. So that's kind of the backstory for me in my household. And I dealt with a narcissistic mother and an emotionally unavailable father. So I didn't have the support. I really didn't have the full-on guidance that I needed. So it was go to church, go to church. Church is the answer, right? And I never really resonated with the church. It never really felt right in my soul as far as connectivity to my higher self or understanding of me. And once I got around the age of 18, I actually started to get into Buddhism. I don't know how I stumbled into it, but I did. I stumbled into Buddhism. And then from there, I started to expand further into spirituality. And unfortunately, but fortunately, looking in hindsight, I went through a lot of turbulent life experiences. I was homeless at 19. I had to become a stripper. Well, I don't want to say had to. It was my choice to become a stripper to provide for myself because I didn't have any other way to provide for myself. And through that entire process of being homeless and then becoming a stripper and then trying to find my footing, just like with most people with tarot, they tend to run into tarot either due to a heartbreak or a life experience, or they need answers to questions that they don't know how to really answer. And I was one of those people when I went through a heartbreak a few years after, and I didn't really know what to do. So I went on YouTube and I was looking up zodiac signs, and the person that broke my heart was a Leo. He was a Leo. All right. He was a Leo, and I'm a Cancer, so I'm very sensitive. So when I get hurt, I feel it to the core. So I'm trying to search answers through like what's going on in zodiac for Leo, this, that, and the third. And on the recommended side, I started seeing tarot videos. Was very curious, and from there, I kind of started falling into tarot, watching tarot obsessively, really becoming all encompassed by it. The heartbreak situation, you know, time moves on, you move past it. And I was still dancing. And one night I went to the club that I was working at, and I had a regular customer. And we were talking about tarot, getting into it. Regular night. And then maybe about a week or two or so later, he comes back and he buys me my first tarot deck. And he said, "Here, take these. They'll take you far." I didn't know what he meant by it. I'm just like, all right, look, I'm in the club here to shake ass. Sorry, I don't know if I can but I'm in the club to just, you know, work and go home. So I'm just looking at the cards like, okay, whatever. But I started to use them and I started to practice and I really started to hone into my abilities. And throughout my life up until that point, I would always get a nudging feeling from something other than myself. So when I was in situations when I didn't know what to do, or situations where my life was at risk, or situations where I was being sexually harassed or sexually abused from people in the club and my own life circumstances, I would always get that voice, that nudge within me of telling me what to do and what not to do and how to handle situations that I didn't know, I wasn't prepared for. So I always knew there was somebody, a higher spirit with me. And I started practicing the cards, using the cards. And from there, I really grew a sense of how to connect not only with myself, but divine, the universe, and spirit through that means.